Is the Archer and Olive quarterly subscription box worth it? There are so many factors that go into answering that. I can't just give you a yes or no, unfortunately. Hi, I'm Erin. I'm not an Archer and Olive affiliate. I am just someone who was interested in these boxes that I kept getting spammed with content about. So I thought I'd try them out for 3 rounds. They're quarterly, they're not monthly, so it was like 3 quarters of the year, and tell you what my experience has been so that maybe it will help to inform your purchase decisions. In this video, I'm gonna unbox them with you. You'll see everything that I got and my in-the-moment reactions to those. And also I'm gonna let you know my thoughts as to whether or not I think this subscription is worth it. Let me just get these out of the way. I feel like you can't even see me over there. Everything on my table right now is stuff that came with the Archer and Olive subscription boxes, even like my water bottle over here. It's a lot, okay? It's a lot. If you're not familiar with Archer and Olive as a brand, they're kind of considered, at least my perception of them, is like the hot rods of the bullet journal industry. They make lovely quality, very distinctive journals. They have been largely imitated by a lot of other brands. They're kind of considered like the luxury standard for bullet journaling, and they have a little bit of a cult following. Just in case you run in different Instagram circles to me and different YouTube circles, and maybe you weren't getting bombarded with subscription box content the way I was, Archer and Olive, I think they've changed things a little bit now, but they were doing this like sneaks thing where they would have all of their creators that are affiliated with them spam basically every item that was in the boxes. They'd like get them to talk about it in like a mysterious way so that people would be like, ooh, what's gonna be in the box? And I was like, this is annoying. It was just coming at me from every side, and I was like, all right, let's find out if this is legit. I have used Archer and Olive journals myself in the past. The second half of 2022, I used an Archer and Olive journal, so I can attest to them being like pretty decent quality, but I also think that they're a little bit overhyped maybe, especially given the price point. They're not cheap, that's all. That's all. But they really do know how to curate a customer experience, as we're about to see in great detail. So regarding the subscription box, these ones were March, June, and September 2023. The ones I'm going to show you today, there is a December subscription box also scheduled. Currently it's sold out. You can't register for it right now, but there is like an email me when available thing on the website. So if you want to check it out, I'll put a link to that so you can sign up if you want to. The quarterly subscription costs $75 US, which as an Australian citizen with a terrible exchange rate, hurts. But you do get some pretty epic stuff in it. I have my computer over here with the website up so I can tell you the correct details. This is for stationery people, right? And I'm a bullet journal person, so it makes sense as to why I might be interested in this stuff, but here's a bit of a rundown of what you can expect. Each quarter you get a coupon code as a thank you for being a subscriber, so you can buy more stuff from Archer and Olive at a cheaper price. It's interesting that that's like the first thing they note, because to me that's the least valuable part of the offering, but there you go. Each quarter you can expect an exclusive curated experience focused on journaling, stationery, and creativity for mental health. They do have a big focus on mental health, which I think is wonderful, and journaling obviously can be fantastic for mental health. If you use it as a tool in such a way that it benefits you, that's amazing. And I like that they really recognize that and dig into it at Archer and Olive. The products included will be thoughtfully selected and designed to foster creativity and suit the theme of the box. So each box does have a specific theme. I've got Vintage Library, Summer Camp, and I think it was called Charming Picnic, and I can attest to that. You'll see, but yes, it is very thoughtfully curated and creative the way that they do these things. Some of the items in the boxes are items that are already available from Archer and Olive, and some of them are experimental new products that they are testing out for future release potentially. As far as physical material things, you're getting at least 2 notebooks. At least 2 notebooks. That's at least 8 notebooks a year if you stay subscribed for a whole year. And like, not saying there's anything wrong with having a lot of notebooks, it's just for me reasonably, I don't know if I could go through 8 notebooks in a year. Additional tools and supplies focused on journaling and creativity, and high quality and excellent value is also one of their dot points for what you're getting. So let's jump in and open these boxes. I'm going to show you in chronological order. So we'll start with the, what was first, Picnic box, and then we'll do the Summer Camp, and then we'll do the Vintage Library. Let's open some boxes. Are you ready? I'm so excited. Oh my God, I get to relive it now while I edit. Yes. So we're kicking off with the March subscription box. I'm gonna unbox it, but I feel like a lot of people probably already know what's in these because Archer and Olive do some like Taylor Swift level teasing. So as a result, I already know that this is picnic themed. It's actually called Charming Picnic. but I haven't looked too closely at what's actually inside because as we know from my previous, how do I open this? From my previous adventures in, oh my God. Is it sealed? Oh God. Okay. There we go. I've seen a little bit of what's included, but I haven't gone too hard because I like to be surprised. Look at that packaging. God, their packaging game is so on point. So I guess this doesn't fit. This is also included. Oh, where to begin? Okay. Storage crates. I am doing some organizing soon, so I imagine these would be quite helpful. Oh, they're cute. I don't usually go for this. Ow! Oh, it pinched me. Ow! Oh, they're very easy to assemble. So you've got this sage green khaki kind of color and a beige one. And you know, they might not even end up organizing my stationery. They might be for organizing makeup. Who knows? They're easy to clean, so I like that. They are Archer and Olive branded, and I would guess, yeah, they're stackable. Okay, this one. Oh, it's a tiny notebook. How pretty. I think that's faux leather, I would guess. I don't know what kind of paper. I love that it's still got the ribbon bookmarks. That's insane for such a small notebook, and a pen loop. Oh, pretty, shiny. Oh, it's nice that it's not sort of white paper. It's a little bit creamier, a little bit gray even, not like a yellow. Oh, it's good paper. I would think for a tiny notebook that they wouldn't do that, but they did. I never really know what to do with tiny notebooks. I'm gonna have to have a good think about what to do with you. If you're interested in notebook stats, this one has 112 dot grid pages of 160 GSM paper, so it's like proper full-on journal paper. Clearly this is pens. I don't have any Archer and Olive pens. Well, I didn't. I guess I do now. We got 5 calligraphs in here. A broad tip on one end, fine tip on the other. I don't want to test these out in a new notebook like this. So this is not an Archer and Olive notebook, but I can do what I want because it's not a sponsored video. These are from something else, ignore these. Do these have like a name of the color or anything? Nope, don't appear to. Let's do picnic. Pretty. Feels a lot like the Monami color tip. Oh, I missed dotting an I. Monami, I have a brush pen set from Monami. Anyway. Oh. Okay, so one end is like a Tombow. And this end is like a brush sign pen or these ones. I can never remember what they're called. Violet Fudemasake. Actually, likening it to a Tombow was not really accurate because I feel like I can't get that fine an upstroke with a Tombow. I have now written picnic 4 times and it has ceased to mean anything. Ooh. These are not colors that I reach for, that I'm drawn to, but sometimes it's great to have colors that you don't typically reach for thrust upon you. Oh, I really like that fine end. I'm even like questioning, is this actually how you spell picnic at this point? This one seems like it's, oh, maybe it's gray. I thought, you know, the ends don't really have much of a color. Oh, it's quite a bit darker than I anticipated. Picnic. What a weird word. Pretty decent colors. They look lovely together. Of course, that is potentially a theme right there. That's the point, right? You're supposed to use all of this stuff together. This is piquing my interest, so we're gonna go here next. Solar scrap paper. Wait to open, please see back for more information. How mysterious. Please do not open until you're ready to use. The light will expose the paper and cause it not to... Oh, wait, I've seen this on Instagram, I think, where people put bits of leaf and stuff there. Wow, so you put stuff on the paper in the dark, put an acrylic sheet on top and flatten it, and then you put it in the sun for 2 to 5 minutes, and then in a water bath for 1 to 5 minutes. And then you let it dry, and then you use it as scrap paper. That is so interesting. I have never considered anything like that before. How cool. Okay, so I will be good and not open. And we'll move on to the next humongous item. It's a notebook and it's freaking huge. Is this B5? I've never had a B5 notebook before. Oh my God, it's embroidered. Okay, so I would never choose this notebook for myself, never. I do love the little ladybugs though. This is huge, this is so huge. Mustard yellow, not really my thing, but look, it was chosen for me, I guess, sort of. So this has got your typical Archer and Olive bright white dot grid paper. Now don't get me wrong, I don't think this is bad at all. I used an Archer and Olive notebook for the second half of last year and I really enjoyed it, but I just feel like their dot grid dots are a bit too dark for my liking. I like them to be a little bit more subtle. Bright white paper, which is also not my favorite, but I don't condemn them for it either. I'd use it. Pen loop, I think all the Archer and Olives have a pen loop. Of course, the ribbon bookmarks. That's really pretty, really pretty. I wish it wasn't yellow, just because I am not a yellow girl, but there would be so many people who'd be so excited about this. I'm obsessed with the fact that it's embroidered. I want embroidered journals always going forward. I love a little embossing moment, but that's insane. Tiny picnic in a box, set of die-cut stickers, cute. Oh, okay, I'd seen this little basket online and I wasn't sure what was going on with it, but now it's making sense, okay. So this is just for fun packaging elevation purposes. Oh, I think I just split it. Okay, maybe those weren't supposed to fold up. Too bad, done now. Picnic basket with strawberries, ladybugs, lemonade, strawberry aid, bottle with bread in, lol, and some goblets. Cute. Lovely colours. Again, go with the colours of the pens from before. Very nice. That it's wrapped in this little gingham paper is an extra cute touch. Because like picnic blanket, right? I would also use the paper. Set of wooden icon stamps. They really do cover everything. I know it's like $150 or more value, right? They're not lying. Archer and Olive stuff isn't cheap. How do I open this? Oh, wait, do they come with a stamp pad? Well, that's so considerate. Little stamp pad, shrink wrapped so it can't leak. And then a big one, little flower, little leafy. Wait, let's do it the other way. I feel like that's more demonstrative. You won't see this for ages because these are quarterly boxes, but at the time I'm opening this, it is just starting to feel like autumn in my city. And so that's kind of perfect. These little leafies, really cute. Tiny stamps, so like, you know, I don't think you could make a whole theme out of these, but cute little accents for things. And the box is really sweet. Upside down. And one last thing left. This was the extra box that didn't fit in the big main box. It says a little extra to nibble on. Oh, a little set of washi tapes. 4 of them, 15mm ones. This is kind of funny because these are the type of washi tape that I actively avoid. I think of these 4, this one's my favorite. Ooh, they feel very nice quality though. As much as, you know, washi tape, paper tape, the name is kind of interchangeable, these feel like not washi tape. They don't feel like paper. It feels more, I don't know. I don't even know what to describe it as. I don't want to say plasticky because that makes it seem cheap, but it doesn't feel cheap. It feels very good quality. These are just kind of bold for me. I like my washis a little bit more subtle and whimsical. Not saying they're in any way bad though. I just don't know if I could see myself using them, but obviously they go well with the stuff. They're a solid choice for the set. I could see myself using this one. I'd have to work hard to, oh, maybe that one. I'd have to work hard to make these 2 work though. They're just so bold, but lovely. And I'm sure that's something that a lot of people would love. And then last but absolutely definitely not least, this sweet little pack of creative affirmations. Which card do you need to read today, it says. And in each little strawberry there is an affirmation. My art is authentic to me. I am confident in my self-expression. My imagination knows no bounds. Wow, I'm a visual storyteller. This is lovely. Stuff like this is really helpful too if you like to journal, not bullet journal, but write about your thoughts and feelings and in a therapeutic kind of way. This kind of stuff can be very helpful to give you a prompt if you don't know what to write about. That's box 1, and it is impressive. Wow, that's a lot of stuff and a lot of good stuff. Clearly very well thought out. I will see you again in 3 months for the next one. Alright, this is the June subscription box. It's the summer camp version. This is my second ever Archer and Olive subscription box. I've forgotten how to open it. Mine's arrived a bit dinged up, so hopefully that doesn't affect anything. Aha, that was easy. Okay, I have been trying to avoid spoilers, but my lovely channel member James did advise me to be careful when opening a pen. Pack of fine liners, assortment of colours. Alright. Five in here? I don't reach for fine liners myself, really, unless they're black. I typically don't really care too much about coloured fine liners. Maybe. At least there's some different colours. I've probably never used the red or the yellow, but maybe some of the others, we'll have to see. Merit badge stickers. I like that you totally earned these. That's a cute touch. Kind of overwhelming when you open these boxes and there's just so many more boxes inside. Successful brainstorming session. Made a mistake and it was okay. Created something just because. These are cute. I feel like there's somebody in development at A&O who really get their audience, because like perfectionism is a big deal for a lot of us in the bullet journaling world. Created before scrolling social media. They're cute, but I will never use them. Okay, I think I've seen a bit about this item. Glass water bottle to take on your creative adventures. Look, is there such thing as too many water bottles? I don't think there is. Oh, that's actually pretty cute. It has this cute little scalloped ring around the bottom. Archer and Olive logo on the top, which is the ampersand, which is very nice. It is glass, as described. That's kind of nice. I wonder how much liquid fits in there. Probably says somewhere. Hand wash only. Nope, doesn't say. I will have to measure it at some stage. Not right now. Adventuring stickers. Let's go exploring. Look, the summer camp thing isn't really my vibe. The picnic thing was maybe a bit more in line with what I like. Oh, that's pretty cute actually. I like this idea where it's a little strip, almost like a tiny mini washi tape in the form of a sticker. That's pretty cool. The tiny mushrooms, love. Little lantern, that's cute. Look, I don't camp. There is no part of me that is interested in camping, so they're not aimed at me. That's okay. Journaling, oh, there's so many boxes in here. Look at this, just keeps going. That says welcome kit, so maybe I should have done that first, should we? Where do we go? Oh. Oh, that's actually really cute. Little you got this banner. That'd be pretty cute if you had like a notice board, whiteboard, fridge. I might actually put that on my fridge. That's really sweet. Small progress is still progress. Keyring. Always be creative and try new things on a little patch. That's actually really sweet. This feels pretty cheap. I think the text would scratch off if you really did keep your keys on it. That's again, not really a designed for me sort of thing. I love pink, but I'm not really a carry around affirmations with my keys kind of a girl, so cute idea though. That actually is quite sweet. That could be really fun on like the arm of a denim jacket or something, I think. Could be fun. And it seems to be iron-on transfer, so that's great when you don't have to stitch things. Another fine liner, black one, and a calligraph. I'm wondering what color this is. I think it might also be black, judging from the ends of the pen. Let's just try it on this packing paper. Oh, this end is very firm. Okay, so black. That's cool. You can never really have too many black brush tip markers. Another writing tool set. This one says to help with your letters to home. Oh, these must be the ones that James was mentioning. Let's put one down first so I don't... Ah, so far so good. Okay, it's got a little bobble to protect the end. Looks like a biro, but a really nice biro. I hate biros these days, but they have their place, you know. Ooh, that writes very nicely. For a biro, it's very smooth. Love the colors. And the other one That one's, it kind of feels like it's got a thicker barrel on it. Yeah, this one's a bit thinner, more of a pink colorway. This one doesn't have. Oh, it's a pencil. Mechanical pencil. That's the prettiest damn mechanical pencil I've ever seen, although my instinct is to keep pressing the button to make the lead retract, which is not how it works at all. Now we're getting into the really good stuff, because, you know, journals, they always give you at least one journal. I didn't read that. Set of motivational postcards. Okay. Small progress is still progress. It's a good message. Oh, 2 of those. Making mistakes is okay. We all need that one sometimes. Upside down. Never stop exploring. I agree with that sentiment, just not in a camping way. And you got this to match this little bud. Yeah, okay. I don't really see myself using that, but I don't know, maybe a few pen pal postcards are a fun thing. I have no idea. It's magnetic. Oh, that's a good sticker box then if it's magnetic. Wait, let's do that one more time. Okay, and then we've got 2 journals. Should we do the little one first? They're heavy. I always forget how heavy they are. Dot grid notebook. 160 GSM, 144 pages. This must be traveler's size. Oh, cheese linen with this cute kind of rainbow thread through it. I don't know what that's called, but I'm sure some of you guys do. The A&O notebooks always have a pen loop, which I always think is a nice touch. What about the inside? So it'll be 160. Oh, look at that. Shiny. It'll be 160 GSM paper. I think it said 144 pages. Oh, it's very nice. There's the ribbons. We got a little pouch in the back. Yes, we do. Yeah, that's cute. Wow, I'm gonna be set for notebooks for my travels. I currently don't have anything planned. One last thing in this box. 192. I'm trying not to look at the picture on the back because I don't want to ruin it. All right, here we go. Okay. The actual notebook quality, beautiful. 192 pages. Oh, okay, so mixed feelings about this one. I think the color of the linen is lovely. It's an A5 journal, but it's one of their 192 page versions. So more pages than I typically get in a journal, which 160 suits me fine, but I know some people prefer to have more. Now, here's my issue. I like this as a little flag that you put temporarily somewhere. On the cover of my journal, no. I do not want a little affirmation on the cover of my journal, but you know, it's not a free journal because I paid for the box, but you know, it's part of the experience of being surprised by what you get and having them curate it together. It goes with the theme. I'm glad it's not like orange or something this time. It's a bit more in my color family, but I have a Cricut. If I wanted to put something else over this, like a vinyl sticker or something, I could. I know there are people out there who paint their journals these days, so you know, that's always an option. I don't hate it, but I would never pick this for myself. Not in a million years. That is box 2 for me, 2 out of 3, because I tend to do 3 of every subscription option before I cancel it and try something different. So let's now fast forward another 3 months into the future and see what we've got for the next one. Here's box number 3. This is the last one I'm going to test out. This is the vintage library one, which really does sound a bit more in line with what I like. I have managed to avoid the sneaks, except for I've seen the journal that comes with this one because Jess used it for her reading journal. Vintage library stationery box. Create something, write in your journal, prioritize yourself, breathe deeply, turn over for spoilers, set aside to be surprised. Thank you for this. I would like to be surprised. Shall we begin with the memo pad? Memo pad never goes astray. Oh, that's cute. Oh, and they're different colors. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's a really nice touch. I love the idea that if you had a lot of books and you lent them out to your friends, maybe you would use this to keep track of who had them too. Those different colors are really fun too. You've got this lavender, a little lemon yellow creamy kind of moment, and a pink. Excellent colors. Oversized binder clips. Oh, well, I am someone who loves an oversized binder clip, so let's see how we go. Oh, they look kind of coppery, but patinaed, you know, vintage library for sure. That's a huge vibe. I like those. That's a really useful inclusion. I like that a lot. Rotating date stamp. Oh my God, the number of times I've nearly bought one of these. Oh, goodness. Okay, comes with a little ink thing. Right, so you pick your date. How do you do it? Do you just turn the wheels? You do, you just turn the wheels. Okay. A little bit painful on the fingers. Look at that. Chompy chompy. So where are we today? At the time that I'm filming this, it is actually September 18, 2023. And then you've got your little ink pad so you can just boop, boop, and then presumably stamp it on your card from your memo pad. Love that. That is really good. This is by far my favorite Archer and Olive subscription box so far. Let's do the calligraphs next. Just grabbed out a journal to test these on. This is not an Archer and Olive journal. That's okay. Lovely color. I don't actually really own anything in that colorway. And I do love having a smaller end that's still a brush tip. That's a lovely kind of chocolatey brown. This one looks kind of mustard, which is not a color that I love, but it has its moments. In context with the other colors, it's quite nice. They are very easy to letter with. I really like this color actually. This is a really dark brown. So dark it's almost black, but not quite. It's just that little bit softer. I love that, like a midnight blue. It's a bit of gray in this blue. Very nice. Okay. Aw, I do really like those together. I didn't expect to like them as much as I do. Okay, we've got some washi by the looks of this. It says adhesive paper tape. Oh yes. Bookish washi. Oh, this is really clever. Okay, so gold stars that you could use as a star rating kind of system. You could just put as many stars as you like, as well as obviously just using it decoratively. Then we have this one which has little sections of different patterns. Stick into that same color scheme as above. That's quite cool. Of course, the bookshelf. It would not be a bookish themed collection without a washi that looks like bookshelves. This one's really nice. I like that there are some lying down, lots of them varied heights and spines, and it's also a touch shiny too. You know I love gold gilding, and there it is. But it's subtle too, you know, it's not overwhelmingly gold gilded. And then there's one more. These are like tickets, like stamps, complete with perforated edge, so you can just rip it straight off. Currently reading. Cool, so a little bit functional, these ones too, from the library of. Oh, I ripped that one not very well. Probably don't need to separate them totally. We'll do the last ones along the bottom here. Then I'll turn it so you can see. Book review from the library of, currently reading. And I think it's just those three that cycle through, but each time they're in a different color from the theme, so that these ones we had the kind of burgundy brown, the navy, and then there's the beige in here as well, which is lovely. I do like those as a set. Even though they're again not really my colors, I don't typically go for these warm kind of autumn tones. I do really like them all together. They look good together. Book and typewriter stickers. Okay, 4 sheets matte finish. Sometimes it's really hard to get things out of these packets. Is that everything? Yes, okay. Oh, I see. When it said book and what's the difference? Typewriter letters. Oh, okay, I see. These are like a nice little serif font. These ones are typewriter style. You get them on a white and an off-white sheet. This one's got actually a little bit of color variation through it, I think. That's pretty cute. This is a nice alternative to having letter stamps, I guess. They're a little bit smaller as well. I'm trying to imagine myself using these, and I want capitals, which is kind of funny and typical of me, but I don't know, maybe they could be really good, especially if you're not into your handwriting. I do like that you've got some numbers and symbols included too, which makes things much easier, but I want some caps. Give me some capitals. Let's open the book because I've seen it, because Jess used it. The box here is gloriously luxurious though. This is one of those cases where I'd be keeping the box to keep other treasures inside. Oh, that's an experience, isn't it? My goodness. Oh, she's beautiful. I feel like it's cheesy if I also use this as my next reading journal, but that's totally what it's made with that in mind, right? Like, that's got reading journal written all over it. I'll have to see if I can find some stats for this, but from eyeballing it, yeah, we're looking at an A5 journal. I love this cover embossing, that it covers quite a bit of the cover space. Grey blue, really nice. The pages are very bright white, as they typically are with Ultra and Olive. Got your dots. You know, I'd been thinking of using the previous one, the really big journal from one of the previous boxes as my next reading journal, but I don't know, now I've got this, I'm not sure anymore. Oh, look at the spine. That's beautiful. This is probably my favorite notebook I've ever seen from Ultra and Olive. And only one more thing left in the box. This is it says Pocket Library. Oh, are they tiny notebooks? Oh, they are. 2 XL pocket-sized notebooks. XL makes me think extra large, but they're also pocket-sized. I don't know. 192 dot grid pages, 160 GSM. Cool, let's have a look. Did this box? Oh yeah, this box did have coated cotton cover, A5, 160 GSM, 192 pages. Good. Obsessed with these spines. These are the kind of book spines that look amazing on your bookshelf if you keep your journals once you're done with them. That just could be a beautiful classic novel or something, right? I love that. Especially with the ampersand logo, the Ultra and Olive little ampersand. Oh, stop it. I love this one. This I love less, but I really do enjoy. That looks so cute. Oh, okay, it's lined. Did I note that on here? One's dot grid, one's lined. Okay, so unfortunately the one I prefer is lined, but that's all right because I wouldn't be bullet journaling in a notebook this size. Good to know, good to know. It does make me love it a little less. Once you go dots, it's hard to go back. This one is dotted, and look, the spine's nice. I'm less into this, but if I was chucking it in a purse and carrying it around with me all day, I wouldn't really be looking at that anyway, would I? Interesting, interesting. I do like that they've still got the little nameplate at the start. They've still got the little pocket at the back. You still get your 2 ribbon bookmarks. That's pretty good. And you get a pen loop on both of them, so that's a very nice touch. Easily my favorite of the Ultra and Olive subscription boxes I have received. And this is actually the last one. I've cancelled my subscription already, so I won't be receiving any more after this. I think I have enough stuff to be getting on with, to be totally honest, but as far as aesthetic, this is easily the best match to my style of the 3 subscription boxes that I've tried from A&O. This is really lovely. I do still feel like I have too many notebooks now as a result of this little test of all the A&O things, but is that a good problem to have or what? As far as value, one of the boxes came with a big boy B5 notebook. So I'm just gonna quickly search their B5 notebooks. It's telling me $39 US for a notebook of this size. It's similar style, but it's not the exact same one. And then this one also came with a traveler size notebook. So remember that $39 in the traveler's notebook is $31. So it was $39, $69, $70 US already if you were just gonna buy, like, these are not the 2 that came together, but they're the sizes. If you were gonna buy those 2 notebooks, not including the extra stuff. And how much was it for the subscription? $75. So yes, in terms of cost per item, it is beneficial to get them in the subscription service, but then you're not choosing your colors, you're not choosing the styles and that kind of thing, which was a drawback for me. I have an aesthetic and I like to stick to it, and Ultra and Olive don't often match my aesthetic, unfortunately. That said, sometimes they really do. So it's hit and miss. It depends on what you like. I definitely liked one of these subscription boxes significantly more than the others, but I did want to mention, perhaps for our US friends, shipping might be a little bit kinder to you because Ultra and Olive are also based in the US. As somebody based in Australia, which is really, really far away from the US, I looked it up. The most recent subscription box for me, conversion rates, etc., $75 for the box, but you still pay shipping on top of that to you, which the boxes are not small and they are not light with all of this notebooky stuff in them. So it does take some dollars to post them across the planet. The most recent one for me was charged on the 1st of September. It was 187 Australian dollars. My bank tells me it was 121 US. So yes, the $75 price point is good, but then I'm also paying another 46 bucks for shipping. So that kind of maybe cancels out the savings a little bit from having the things bundled, just saying. If you also live in Australia or somewhere equally distant from America, then maybe the shipping will destroy you as well. But we're used to it. Honestly, it happens with everything, so you have to expect it. The experience, however, is unparalleled. It is honestly a joy. Like, I was already a bit grumpy at how much I was spending, but then once the box arrived, I was really excited to open them because it is definitely an experience. It's very indulgent, it's very luxurious, and I have been avoiding spoilers because I like to be surprised by subscription box items. That's just a thing for me. So I was actively trying to avoid seeing the accounts that I know would post spoilers and sneaks so that I could be completely overwhelmed by the box when I opened it, because I did really enjoy opening them. So now that you have a comprehensive look at everything that I received in the boxes that everybody else received as well, they're not different, everyone gets the same stuff, but you see what was in each box and you can see how I reacted to it. Going forward, do I think this is a valuable service for me? Unfortunately not. I feel like the price point's a bit too high, the conversion rate, the shipping, it just is a little bit prohibitive for me. That may not be the case for you if you love and look forward to this subscription box. Oh, I get it. I so get it. It is an exciting thing to receive. The fact that it's quarterly and not a monthly subscription, I think, does make it much more accessible. If you were shelling out for a subscription box every month, they couldn't make it as epic because it would cost them more to be designing and manufacturing and releasing this stuff monthly rather than quarterly. I think the quarterly drop is a really smart idea. As far as everything else, I have been actively trying to avoid using the stuff because I wanted to be able to put it all in a nice untouched top-down flat lay type thing for the thumbnail of this video. But as far as what I envision myself using, some of it, yes. Some of it definitely not. Anything that's got "you got this" on a little flag, with the exception of the actual little felt flag, I'm passing on to friends. I'm like, everyone's getting a bullet journal for Christmas this year. The tiny notebooks, yes, definitely. The traveler's notebooks, I can see myself using on future adventures, definitely. This one I think might be my next reading journal because I want to try a B5 size book, and as much as I'm not obsessed with the color of the cover, mustard, not my, look at me. It's not my thing. Personal color analysis, they'll tell me to stay clear away from mustard, but that doesn't mean I can't use it in a notebook. And I do love the ladybirds. I think they're really cute. Some of the pens I will keep if they don't match colors that are already in my collection, but I might pass some of those on to some friends as well. Everything from the library set is staying. I want to know what you think. Have you been subscribed for a while and you love it and you look forward to it? Are you thinking of subscribing? Has this video swayed your decision in the positive or negative at all? I'm very curious, and I'm also curious about what you received in the boxes that were before this one, because before I was buying it, I wasn't really that engaged. Thanks for joining me for this little analysis of the Archer and Olive subscription boxes. I hope you enjoyed watching. I recently checked out Hubman Chubgirl's stationery subscription service and got the Magic Castles box, which was a really fun time. You can see that video here if you'd like to, or if you want to see generally more subscription service things, you can click on the playlist here. Catch you again soon.